First of all, when I saw the trailer for Queen and Slim, I was excited. Two lead dark-skinned black people. Daniel Kaluuya, who I'm a fan of and I enjoy his work, and Jodie Turner. The cinematography of the film was visually pleasing. I liked the way the movie was shot. I was ready to buy whatever they were selling until they got to the scene with the police officer. Then I was like, here we go with this.
You're swerving a little bit back there.
Go ahead and ask you to step out of the vehicle for me.
Telegram!
Are you serious?
Why is he under arrest?
Just chill, just chill! Get back in the car, you're going to jail too!
Yeah. Like, I'm already tired of this genre of film. White cops killing black people and we get no justice. Slim gets pulled over by the police and of course the officer does not come off as friendly. Slim plays it cool though. But guess who interrupts with attitude? Queen, the black woman. I'm tired of seeing this character over and over again. So they're pretty much saying she agitated the situation and escalated it. So throughout the process, Queen is talking back to the officer here and there. There's a part where the officer asks Slim to get out the car and search the trunk. Then he tells him to get on his knees. Queen gets out the car and starts yapping off to the police about how she's a lawyer and that she's going to reach for her cell phone. She's going to reach for her cell phone. Then the police shoot her. Now, the movie's supposed to be based in reality. It's supposed to be realistic. But it's not common for black women to agitate a situation with the police that can get you killed. Again, that is something that is more common among white women with the police.
The driver has all the information. He'll tell you.
No. I need to know.
No, you don't need to know.
That is my business.
It's an unregistered vehicle.
Okay, let's hear, why were they pulled over, first of all?
Miss.
Now, don't call me Miss. I'm Commissioner. Thank you. You may shut the up and not tell me when I may take my kid and her friends. I will be talking to the chief of police.
Please.
It's $80. You have till September 16th to take care of this.
Well, I don't want to sign it because I don't want to do $80.
You don't want to sign it?
No, because I don't think that I deserve to pay $80 for something that is fixable and I can fix it.
All right.
If that's all you want
Go ahead
to
and
do.
step out of the car. I'm giving you a lawful order to step out. Do not take off.
Shut up and give me that and I'll sign it.
Step out.
No.
We're beyond that.
Do you want me
Step
to...
out. Get out of the car.
I am not... You better leave me.
Put your hands behind your
Leave
back.
me alone. I said leave me alone. I mean it.
Black women could be obeying the law to the T and still get treated like this. So Slim shoots the cop to defend Queen. And there's an applause break in the theater like the audience is clapping because we are tired of being victims. That was probably the most satisfying part in the film because the police deserved it. So after seeing that, I was like, oh, they're not about to let us get away with this successfully without casualties. There was some light humor in the film to break up the tension. And Bokeem Woodbine, the uncle of Queen, who took them in, was like the comedic relief. But it was hard to enjoy him because he was a pimp that they made sure we saw smack a woman. Cause what's a film financed by white people, written by a black woman, that doesn't have a black man slapping a black woman in it? One of the things they touch on in the film is the viral video of Slim shooting the cop having a social media influence over the youth. Because in this small town, they're protesting that y'all should let Queen and Slim go. And the protest gets out of hand when a kind black officer approaches a young black kid. He tells the kid to leave, I'm begging you. And the kid says, so you can shoot me, and pulls out a gun and shoots the black officer in the face. Which is not realistic to me because if Slim's video inspired anything, it would have been him to react that way towards a white officer, not a black officer. But for some odd reason, they felt we needed to see a young black man shooting the black officer in the face. Now, there's still those moments where I enjoyed the film visually and I enjoyed the music and the soundtrack, which was great. But then there's those unrealistic Queen and Slim moments that happen entirely too often on their adventure. They are the most exploring fugitives that you have ever seen on the big screen. They went and visited a grave site. They went to see a live band play smooth jazz, and they were drinking and dancing while on the run. They went horseback riding and then had time for sweet lovemaking. All this before that ultimate white savior scene. You know, something that a lot of these black Hollywood screenwriters seem to not be able to do without in their movies. Which makes it hard for me to enjoy the overall film because it was written by a black person.
The probably reason why it hits the way it does, because it is not put through a white filter. There is not a single note by a white person was taken or given because they.
I can't tell. You see this same plot pattern in a lot of our films. Black traitor, white savior. 12 Years a Slave. Brad Pitt, white savior. Nat Turner's supposed to be based on a true story, but there was only a smidget of facts in it. They created a fictional character, which was a young black boy who betrayed Nat Turner's revolt. Black traitor. Harriet Tubman, also supposed to be based on a true story. White savior, black traitor. Bigalong, a fictional black bounty hunter character, is hired to find Harriet. Now, he kills Harriet's fictional best friend and almost killed Mrs. Tubman, but guess who saves her? That's right, her former slave owner. The white folks that they run to, that was suggested to them by Queen's uncle, realized that Queen and Slim have a bounty on their head, which is about $250,000 a piece, I believe. And they said, we're not going to turn you in. And they didn't, even when the police came looking for them. They provided them with refuge and safety, only for them to be betrayed by an African American. White savior, black traitor. Now I wish Lena Waithe would have wrote it to where that black person who betrayed him was the person who sacrificed his life so that Queen and Slim could get away and go to Cuba and live somewhat happily ever after. Now I get that there are sellouts in our community, but how many times must we use the same character over and over in our films when there are also people in the communities that sacrifice abundantly for the community and for individuals? Don't get me wrong, there were good people in it. A damn shame we can't even write a win for ourselves in a fictional movie. Instead, both of them are unarmed and Queen gets shot first. Slim picks her up off the ground, holds it in his arm, and walks towards the police, and they gun him down. Then on the news, it was reported that Queen and Slim was shot because he was armed and dangerous. But at the end, the only thing he had in his arm was a black woman. This could have been a movie about inspiration. This could have been a movie of empowerment, but I felt neither. I felt uninspired when I left this theater, sad, and I'm simply tired of this genre of film. White cops killing innocent black people, unarmed black people. I'm tired of seeing that imagery. We see it enough in real life. The last place I want to see it is in film. And I'm not saying don't go see this film, but
The devil is a lie. Bitch, I'm the truth. The devil is a lie.